Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be reviewing the brand new Viseart Paris Edit eyeshadow palette, which stunning. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this palette and see how I got this look, then just continue watching. You guys, so when I saw this palette online for the first time, I was so excited for it. First of all, I love the edit palettes. I love little mini palettes where you get a lot of colors from a brand just in smaller quantities, so you pay less but you still get a lot of colors. So everything about the edit palettes I really enjoy because I do love the full-size eyeshadow palettes, but they are quite pricey, so this is just a really great portable way to get the formula and to not spend a bunch of money. Anyways, so Viseart just released their 4th edit palette in their line. They were kind enough to send this to me in PR. However, I did order it off of Beautylish by myself because I just love Viseart in general. I love to support them. But of course, I am very grateful to Viseart for sending this to me. I've been a tried and true fan for years. So it just feels really good that they are such a kind company and they know how much I love them. So anyways, let's get into the details of this palette. So this eyeshadow palette is currently available right now on the Beautylish website or the Viseart website as well. It is $39 and it is a part of the Paris Nudes collection. So in that collection, it is this eyeshadow palette, and about a week or two ago, they released these new lip oils here. I do have a full review and in-depth video on these specific products, so if you are curious about that, I would check that video out. But this is a whole collection. Now, they did release on different dates, which I think is a bit odd, but I'm sure they have their reasons for that. But nonetheless, this palette was released just in time for Valentine's Day. This whole collection is based on love and romance, perfect for Valentine's Day if you're looking for a gift or looking to treat yourself. Just on the little card that I have, it says this collection draws inspiration from haute couture, Parisian sensibility, and the hues found in the iconic Paris Nudes palette, which, in case you were curious, this is the Paris Nudes palette. Mine's disgusting because it is my most used eyeshadow palette in my makeup kit for bridal. So given that I love this palette so much, this was made from the hues of here, so of course I'm going to love it. But let's dig into this palette. It is $39. In here you are getting 12 shades, so the packaging of the edit palettes are really tiny just compared to the regular Viseart palettes, which aren't very big to begin with. These just fit in the hand so cute. I love the light pink packaging, and then it's that kind of easel packaging where you can fold it up, stand it up. It has a good mirror here as well, and then you have your 12 shades which are able to pop out, and you can fit them in the other edit palettes. Now, initially looking at this, I was so excited about it. It honestly might be one of my favorite edit palettes. I'm stuck because I really love the dark edit palette. That one has been my favorite for a very long time now, and the quality is just so great. But aesthetically, I think I like this one better just because these are tones that I do tend to go for more. It's beautiful, kind of cool tone mauve tones here. It's my favorite kind of tone. You guys know how much I love purpley mauves, cool tones. Aesthetically, this is definitely my favorite, but there is something about that dark edit palette that I just can't shake that I really do love. But complete different concepts, but this one is probably my new favorite out of the edit line. For those curious, these shadows are 12 grams or 0.42 ounces if you are big about that, and the palette is made in the USA. So these shadows do have names. You can find them online. They have it on this card, which is very nice. So in this palette, you are getting 5 mattes, 2 satins, and 5 metallic shades. I have to say the metallic formula in here is really what is knocking my socks off. So let me go over the matte formula itself to start off with. So you are getting these 5 matte shades. Now, something to know is cerise right here, this dark brown. It does have some reflective particles in it. I didn't notice it on my eye. They kind of blended away. This color pools very plum. I thought it looked a little bit more chocolate in the pan. Now, this actually is the only shadow that did not swatch beautifully. The rest of the shadows, in case you were curious, they swatch very easily. This is the only shade that I had trouble with. I don't know if it's... Even then, that wasn't a horrible swatch, but as you can see, it does skip a little and there's not much pigmentation. I do have some matte shades like this from Viseart that just kind of run down the arm, very full of pigment. Though you will see with application that that was not an issue. It was only a swatching issue, so don't be afraid. This shadow actually does still work good. As far as the other mattes go, I thought they worked beautifully. However, I do wish there was some more depth within these shades, because these 3 shades right here, 3 of the 5 mattes, are quite light on the eyes. These 2 in particular, I don't seem to notice that much on the eyes, and I'm quite light, so if you have a deeper complexion, the mattes are kind of a waste, to be honest. I love this mauve shade. This is one of my favorite matte mauve shades, and like I said, this shade does work better. As far as the satins go, I think it is these 2 that are the satins. This shade right here, absolutely beautiful, full of pigment. This shade right here, again, I like that it's not super metallic. You do kind of need a range. Sometimes there is a place for satin shades, even though I love the metallics. And then as far as the metallics, they all swatch super buttery, super pigmented. A really great formula that she has in here for them. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh, I literally, seriously, like, seriously. Now, my favorite shade in this palette is the shade right here. This is called Opera, and it is a pink shade. Now, this texture is a little bit different than the other shades in this palette. If you do use a brush, just be mindful that it might be a little bit more particly and kind of fall on your face. It's one of those shades where it's probably best applied either wet or on a sticky base or with a finger. With a brush, I find that it can get messy, but it's totally worth it because this is the most stunning shade in the palette. By far, I would say my 2 favorite shades have to be Opera and then the Fleur matte shade right here. They're just so stunning. And this Viseart does not really come out with a formula like this very often, or colors like this. It's just very adventurous for them, I feel. Really stunning. There's little bits of glitter particles in there. Really love it. So as far as the whole color scheme goes, I am here for it. I love it. I think it's stunning. I think if you like cool mauve tones, you're really going to enjoy this palette. It's a very soft, romantic palette. You can create everyday looks. You can get in some really good smoky eyes. I don't know. I'm just feeling this palette, and if you couldn't already tell, I think the quality is really great. The only thing that I would be aware of is I don't necessarily know how well this is going to do on deeper skin tones. The depth in this palette really isn't there. There are a couple of shades that are darker, but as a whole, it's kind of very similar as far as depth goes. So that would be something to be aware of. But I will say these shadows are very, very pigmented. If you love these types of tones, you're going to love this palette. If you hate these types of tones, you're going to hate this palette. That's just how it is. You really aren't getting a lot of variety in this palette. It's kind of, you like this tone or you don't. But I think you can get some really stunning monochromatic looks with this palette. Something also that I want to note that I think is really cool is 3 of the shades in here are actually 3 of the colors that are in the lip oils. The only one that she doesn't have is Beignet, which I'm surprised by because this would definitely fit in the palette as well. So here's the Petal shade in the palette, and here's the Petal lip oil. We have Fleur right here. Here's the Fleur lip oil. And then Cerise right here. You have this Cerise lip oil, which I'm actually wearing Cerise on my lips with the Isom Plum lip pencil. So that's really neat. I really like how she played on this collection in this eyeshadow palette, and that can really create a super monochromatic look as well, and it's just really fun to be able to match make the lip oils to the actual eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to forward you to this tutorial and you will see how I got this look, my experience with the shadows, and just how easy it was to create a look like this. So the first shade we're going to start off with is Petal. I have MAC Painterly Paint Pot all over my eyelid, so I'm going to use Petal to set this top area. We are going to go in with Tulle right here. I'm using an Isom G34 brush, by the way. And this is going to be our transition shade, and as you can see, it's a beautiful peach color. Blends out very nicely. It is very light, so if you have a medium skin tone, this definitely might not show up on you. So as you can see, it's just barely showing up on me. I'm taking Fleur with a MAC 217. This is my favorite matte in this palette. Not only is the formula very nice, very blendable, but it's also the most gorgeous mauve eyeshadow I have in my collection. Do you see how stunning that is? If you're like me, who loves purpley kind of eyes, this is stunning, and it's going to look super nice with brown eyes or green eyes. As you can see, that blended out very nice. Next, I'm going to take Cerise with this e.l.f. blending brush. This was the only shade that did not swatch the greatest on my arm, but as you can see on application, it's working out very well. It's very pigmented, very smooth, and as you can see, blendability isn't much of an issue either. So this is another one of those moments where you can't completely judge a shadow based on swatching because it might work out completely different on the eye. So I am creating a halo eye, so I'm making sure to get some of that darkness on the inner corner and the outer corner. Next, I'm taking a Rephr number 2 brush. I'm going in with Tuileries. This is a mauve shade with a satin finish, and I'm just gonna pat this right on top of Cerise. The shade is absolutely stunning. If you are looking for a purple smoky eye, this all over the lid. Whew. Now I did get some fallout with this shadow, more so on the other eye, not this eye because I was more prepared, but this shadow does have some fallout. And if you really want it more metallic, I would recommend using a finger. Next, we're going to take Opera, which is probably my favorite shadow in this whole palette. This is a different formula than the rest of the palette. It's a really metallic, almost glittery shade, not quite glitter, but it's by far the most metallic reflective shade in the palette, and when you apply it with a brush it can be a little bit chunky or just not necessarily sticking to the lid. If you use your finger or apply it wet, that's when you're going to get the most metallicness from this shade. I don't know if metallicness is a word. I really just like to test shadows in their true form normally with really easy blown out looks. We're gonna blend everything. I'm going back to Flow right here, and that's going on my lower lash line. And then finally, I'm taking my Morphe M562. We're going into Cerise. I'm gonna kind of blow out this lower lash line a little bit. And this is the final shade that I'm going to take. And this will be the inner corner highlight. So I did get just a little bit of fallout from these shades. So be careful if you tend to go into shadows with a heavy hand. I have a pretty light hand, so I normally don't get too much fallout, but just something I did notice. But here's the look. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face and I'll be back. So here's the final look with lashes. I did go in with the Viseart Cerise lip oil right here, just a light wash, and I just think the look turned out absolutely stunning. So if you couldn't already tell by my review, I am absolutely loving this palette. I think it's my favorite edit palette, and it's right in line with the regular Viseart formula, and if you enjoy these types of colors, I really think you will like this palette. It is perfect for Valentine's Day, and I just love this collection. It's just such a sweet, beautiful collection, and I think Viseart did a wonderful job with these products. I am in love. Very happy with this release. That is all I have for today's video. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them down below in the comment section. I'm going to go eat some spaghetti right now, so if you aren't subscribed to my channel, I hope you take the time to do so. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, have a good one.